Welcome back to Dinosaur Adventure Land, our Science Center tour. This is part 2 of day 6. And God's going to get the glory for his creation again.
This is the worst!
Okay, we are trying to change your worldview to glorify the Creator instead of think about how did that happen, my evolution. So again, we have the contrasting worldview. We want you to not think that in the beginning dinosaurs were all that was there or that they ruled the earth. We want you to put them together with presto changeo. All God's creatures lived together in a beautiful paradisiacal garden, if that's a word, paradise garden, with humans.
This is not possible. Much like Noah's Ark, there is not enough room on Earth for so many animals to exist at the same time. The fossil record does not show a bunch of every different species jumbled together. It shows distinct layers that contain index fossils. You will never see a fossilized mammal like a rabbit in the same layer with Precambrian fossils. You will also never see the fossils of modern humans alongside specimens of Australopithecus afarensis, aka Lucy.
Did he make some cool stuff or what? When we're looking at the variety of created animals, a point we brought out before was something known as irreducible complexity. Okay, that means you cannot reduce these things. So they can't be partially evolved. Okay, all these creatures, this is a beautiful display of donated models that shows everything that they're made of. So if you take out just one of those parts, if you take out one bone or one organ, the creature is going to die.
Creationists are particularly fond of the eye because they like saying, what is the use of half an eye? An eye only works, they say, if every little detail is in place. Until you've got that, the eye won't see anything at all, so how can it possibly have evolved? So this animal, with hardly any eye at all, will at least be able to tell the difference between light and dark. Light and dark. This animal would be able to tell the direction that light is coming from. And if you can tell the direction a light is coming from, then you can tell the direction that a predator is coming from. And this cup is even more effective. And if we go on to the next stage where we make the cup gradually bigger again, right now, this animal has a very good idea of exactly where the light is, and by the same token, exactly where, for example, a predator is. And I think with this eye, we might even get a little image. See if we can get an image of Bryson's hand. That smudge there is Bryson's hand, and you can just about see a very dim image of his fingers. Right, let's see if we can see your hand again, Bryson. Now I can see a rather precise picture of Bryson's hand. It's not a very bright one, but I can see every finger clearly delimited. So I could see, if I were this animal, I could see my predator in some detail.
Okay, think about this. What about a blood vessel with no blood? What evolved first, the blood vessel or the blood?
I found the answer on r/AskScience. Because you mentioned blood cells specifically, the mesodermally derived bones store marrow, where mesodermally derived hematopoietic stem cells reside. These divide into different lineages that become the white cells, red cells, and platelets. Red cells in mammals are heavily modified for the overbearing task of blood gas transport between the atmosphere and the lungs and all of the body's tissues. They are loaded up with hemoglobin, a protein with 4 parts, each of which can carry 1 oxygen molecule.
They had to be simultaneously created and instantly together. Okay, so all these creatures we believe are just coming from the mind of the Lord. He invented them, created them, and poof, made them.
You know, creationists deny that God just uses magic, but if you want to avoid this type of stereotype, maybe you shouldn't use words like presto, changeo, and poof to describe the creation process.